Hey gang, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and I'm going to bring you a video today on these little magnet boxes. These are an opaque pink color, very pale pink. And I'm going to be turning these into some gorgeous night lights. This is one of the images I'm going to be using on this one. And then I've got another image of this beautiful lady that I'm going to use on the other one. So we'll be completing two of these today. But before I get started on that, I want to remind you all that I have a raffle that I'll be doing for the month of September in my Etsy shop. And there I will be, for anybody that spends $50 or more, I will be doing a raffle to give away this Lazy Susan and this hand-turned pen that my husband made. It's made with mahogany wood, and it's really pretty, and you can see it's kind of got a different shape at the end, you know, where you hold on to it. It's really super comfortable to write with, and the pen itself writes beautifully. So this is what they call a slimline pen, and so I am going to be giving this set away for anybody that spends $50 or more in my Etsy shop for the month of September. So keep that in mind, you guys. If you have any Christmas gifts or things that you need to purchase, have a look at my shop. I've got a lot of really great things, a lot of new items that I've put in my shop, and I would so greatly appreciate you guys checking it out and seeing if there's anything you can use. The Lazy Susan, just so that you can see, in fact, I'm going to do this right now. It turns really well. I've already had a couple of people that have purchased these in my store. Excuse me. And they turn really nicely. I use mine every single day. And this is the bottom side of it. So it's just got this little bit back here that spins. And then on each one I'm making, I am putting a piece of felt, and I'm going to add this to this one as we speak, so that I don't forget to do it. I'm going to use my E6000, and I'm just going to kind of put it along the edges here. I want to get it all the way to the edge so that it doesn't peel back. And then I'll get it sort of on the inside here. So anyway, it will have, when you purchase them in my store, and with this giveaway one, obviously, I'm putting the felt on it now. They will all have this felt to keep it from scratching your craft table surface, and just to keep it nice. So that's how they will come, with that felt on the bottom. And like I said, they turn really nicely, and I use mine for painting, or just when I'm working on my crafts, I use it so that I can spin them around easily without having to work too hard at it. So anyway, keep that in mind, you guys, if you're interested in maybe taking a look at my shop and seeing if there's anything in there that you might like to buy for Christmas presents or what have you. I've got lots of great stuff in there right now. So I think, oh, and I wanted to let you guys know, for my YouTube channel giveaway, the voting turned out that it's almost neck and neck with these two boxes here. I believe, though, that the purple box has beat out the heart as far as the number of people that said that they liked this one more. So the purple box is going to be our giveaway for the month of, well, I'll be giving it away the first week in October as well. So make sure that you go to part 1 of my giveaway videos. I've got 2. I've got part 1 and part 2. Make sure you leave a comment. It doesn't matter what you say, just whatever you want to put. Only comment one time, because it won't duplicate. So if you make 2 comments, it won't give you a second chance. So just know that the system knows if somebody's put in 2 comments, and it will delete any duplicates. So if you've already made a comment, you're fine. And if you haven't, be sure you go over to my part 1 video, have a look at that, and just make a comment so that you'll get in the drawing for this giveaway. And it is absolutely gorgeous. You guys are going to love this one. You can see I did put the resin on the top of it to protect the image, and it just came out stunning. So whoever wins this, I'm sure, is going to be thrilled to death. And it'll make a good gift for someone, or keep it for yourself. We all deserve a prize now and then, right? So the other tins that I made in that video will all be going into my Etsy shop. And let me grab the other 2. So these other ones will be available for sale now. I'm going to be adding this to my store, and this one here, which is gorgeous as well. This is just a small tin. These are great for keeping medicines in, or just little things that you like to keep in your purse that you don't want rattling around in there, stuff like that. It's also good just to keep on your dresser as a little tiny jewelry box or ring box or coin box, what have you. Same thing with this one. This one's they're not really made for your purse necessarily, because they do have the paper flowers on them. And then there's also this heart box that is super high quality. It's a Things Remembered box. Anybody who lives in California knows who Things Remembered is. It's a very nice store that sells high quality pieces that they engrave. So this is one of their hearts that I painted, and it's super duper heavy, but super pretty. I just love all of them. I would have had a terrible time trying to pick the one that I liked the most, but they're all just gorgeous. So I'll put those aside now, and then I'll show you guys. These are a couple of boxes that I just made this last week, and I'm really, really happy with how these turned out. These are cigar boxes that my friend Rhonda sent me just a little while back, and I added some of my handmade paper flowers. I have some Kiki's roses here and some Kiki's bling, and then my friend Rhonda sent me this beautiful trim that I put around the image, and then I also, on this one, I also put resin on the top. I'm trying to find the light so you can see. There you go. So it is resined on the top to protect the image, and then it just opens like this. It's hinged here. It has little pins that go on the side, and I just left this on the inside because it is a cigar box, and I thought that was kind of cool, and it's not ugly or anything like that. So I did leave that on there. But didn't that come out gorgeous? I am really, really thrilled with how this came out. And I've got it all trimmed out around the lid. And I used one of my bows that I got from my friend Gail over at Fava of 4. I'm going to put Gail's link in the description menu of this video so that you guys can go check her out. She has sent me some really great stuff recently, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And then this is the other one that I made, and on this one I added some of my handmade roses and this pretty seam binding ribbon. And then this one says on the top, God created therapists, but I have my sister. And it says sister right there. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, it's resined over the top. And it's the same cigar box. I got 2 of these from Rhonda, and I just love them. So I've got those, you guys. If you're interested, those will be in my shop, available for purchase. Or actually, the other one will. I'm sorry. No, this one is going to a very special person. I bet you can all guess who that is. That would be my sister. So If my sister's watching this, isn't it pretty? Anyway, so I've got those boxes, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna, oh, I've got one more. This is another box that I just did recently, and this is one of my lunch boxes, and I think this just came out awesome. And on this one, it's an old lunchbox. It's got some dings and dents in it, I'm not gonna lie, and I left the red around the top. You guys know why I do that, because it's either that or chip out that you get on the paint, and I'm totally okay with it having another color around the rim, as long as I'm protecting it from getting all scraped up and so forth. But you can see the lid has a little pattern on it, and that pattern is, I don't know, some cartoon characters or whatever. I don't know who they are, and I can't read it upside down. But anyway, because of that, it made the top kind of bumpy. So you can see here, you see how it's bumpy? So it made it kind of more 3D-ish. And when I put this napkin, Mod Podge this napkin on there, it really made the flowers kind of look more puffy and stuff. So I was super excited about that when I did the decoupage. And then I added some of my beautiful shabby chic ribbons and things. I got some of this from Gail. I got my Kiki sale roses in here. And this one is particularly beautiful. This is one of my favorite roses that I get from Kiki's. And then I also have some Kiki's bling in here. So, yeah. So that's the other one that I made. And that one I will be putting in my shop. I haven't got it in there yet, but it will be going in shortly. So let's go ahead and get started on these, you guys. I'm already 12 minutes in, and I haven't even started my project yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this stuff out of here. And I'm going to take the image. I'm putting the lid upside down. I want my Lazy Susan here. I'm putting the lid upside down, and it doesn't matter which direction I put it, because this lid just slides on the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some E6000, and I'm going to put it around the entire edge of the image here, and then I will lay it down in there and glue it on. I'm not going to put decoupage or Mod Podge on there, and the reason I'm not going to do that is because I don't want to end up with bubbles, and I'm afraid I will if I do that. So I thought I would just go ahead and try it this way this time. And as long as it's stuck on there, you know, along all of the edges, it will be fine. And I may go ahead and Mod Podge over the back side of it. But for the image sake, I just wanted to lay this in there and have the edges so that they stick down onto the clear portion of this. And you can see it lays in there really nicely. And with the E6000, I am able to play with it just a little bit to move it around and get it exactly how I want it. And I want to push it that way a little bit. Oops. Oh, it stuck to my finger. Darn it. Let me just push it back over. And this way it kind of leaves a little bit of a clear ring around the image, because what I did was I pressed the image around the inside, and I used my fingernail to figure out where I needed to cut it from. And so that's where I cut it, but it also ends up leaving a clear ring around the outside, and I thought that would be kind of pretty, although I will probably be going over that section with some trim. So anyway, okay, so we've got this down. Let me just press it all the way around the edge here, make sure it's on there good, and that I don't have any bubbles or anything. That's what I'm trying to avoid, although I will actually be covering that edge up, so it really doesn't matter too much. Although I'm not using anything real thick, so I think it's going to be perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this pearl and rhinestone chain, and I'm going to be using this to go around the edge here of this image. So again, I'm going to use my E6000, and that's how we're going to get it on there. So let's go ahead and get this E6000 around the edge here so that we can put that rhinestone chain on there. And I'm going to try and get this on there as thin as I can without putting a big bulky. A part of me wants to use, and I may change my mind here, wants to use the clear rhinestone chain, because I really do think that would be pretty around the edge of this. If I had something with pearls on it, I would probably be doing that. I do have some, but I just decided to kind of go with the rhinestone. I have some, I have a few more of these coming that I will be doing some different stuff to, so I still have a chance to change it up on some of the other ones. But these night lights are so cool. I love them, and they're so pretty. If you have company coming or whatever, and you put it out on your refrigerator, and you've got that little kitchen night light that everybody kind of talks about. It's kind of a conversation piece. So, you know what? I'm going to go with my clear rhinestone because, number one, it's a little bit bigger. It's a 4mm, and this is only a 2mm, and I just don't think the 2mm is going to show up well enough. My goodness, this is a long chain, you guys. Sorry. Look at that. Oh, there's more pearls in here too. Huh. Look at that. I didn't realize I had more at the bottom of this thing. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the pearls. And these are like an iridescent pearl, because she just is so beautiful, and she's very striking, and from that era where pearls are, you know, were the thing. And I think pearls will actually be better on this. Let's fancy her up a little bit. And let's see, I need to cut it right there. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it, make sure it's straight on there and not all wonky. I just want to say once again, thank you to everyone who has been sending me such beautiful packages. I've gotten packages from Debbie over at Kiki's Sale, Gail from Fava of Four, Kim, who else? Flora, I got a great package from Josefina. Sherry, Lorraine, everybody has just been so generous with me and sharing their craft supplies, and I think you all individually know how much I appreciate it. But it really, really, you guys, you don't have to do that, and I know you've all done it from the bottom of your hearts, and I appreciate it so very much, because I have had some of the best stuff I've ever had to craft with, and that just has upped the game with my projects. So I thank you all so much, and if I've forgotten anybody, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to, but it's hard to think of everybody off the top of my head. What I need to do is I need to make myself a list and really just go through and thank everybody. And then also, and Rhonda, my goodness, I can't forget you. You've been so sweet, and Rhonda has been supporting my Etsy shop like crazy, and Deanna and Judy and Melba and all of you guys, and there's many more. Phyllis, you know who you are. I'm not saying your last name because I don't know if it's okay. And all of you who went in and spent the $50 or more last month to get in on the drawing. My winner for that drawing was Deanna, and Deanna Grooms, and I was so excited when she won. She's just a very, very sweet lady, and you know, I've made so many friends through this channel. It's amazing. And wow, you know, I never would have thought 30 years ago that the opportunity to make friends from halfway across the country would have been possible, and never to meet someone face to face, but to become such good friends with people that have been so supportive of me has meant the world to me. So I have my friend Kim, and we talk almost every day. Just a doll, and such a kind and giving person, I can't even tell you. Kim is like a sister to me. So, and I almost kind of feel weird when we don't talk. So, but she cares. She's got, all of you, you just have the biggest hearts. And I wish that I lived close to all of you so that we could really be good friends and craft together and just hang out and really get to know each other in person. That would be so fun. But unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money. And that's the thing. You guys, I really, really, really so much appreciate that you guys are shopping in my Etsy store. And we really need it right now. So if you need any gifts for the holidays or anything, please, please, please go on over and go shopping. We could use the patronage right now. So so I do appreciate that you guys have come in and done shopping in my store. It really is so helpful. I know you all probably don't have even a clue how much it helps us and our household. So it really does. You guys have really, really helped me out a lot. And I'm really, really trying to make a go of this and make this my career. But it is looking more and more like I am going to have to get my rear end out and get another job, because money's just getting too tight around here, and I can't take a chance on losing my home over not getting a real job. So I do appreciate each and every one of you, though, and thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Jeff thanks you just as much as I do. We both appreciate you so much. Okay, so now I've put those flowers along the edge, and I just used hot glue. But look at how pretty that looks. So pretty. And what else do I want to put on there? I think I'm going to take some of this trim. I'm surprised I didn't do this first, but that's okay. This is like a burlap trim, but it's in white. And I thought this was so pretty. I got this in one of my packages from my friend Gail. And it really is super pretty. And it's got that white, like a creamy ivory white color. And I really love it. I don't think I've ever seen the burlap in this creamy white color before. So this was kind of something new for me. I know you guys probably laugh at me because I just have been using the same kinds of supplies for so long. And a lot of these things that I'm getting in my packages, I've never had before. So I'm having all kinds of fun using some new crafting materials. So thank you for that. And I mean, I've really gotten some really great quality stuff. Oh my goodness. My friend Josefina, she sent me some scissors and some just things that I can use for crafting, like tools and things like that. And she did that in her first package to me as well. And that stuff really comes in handy as well. I was thinking, you know, I thought my husband wants me to set up a Patreon account. And I don't know that much about that. I'm not one to ask for donations or anything, but he keeps telling me if you want to do this, then that's what you're going to need to do because it's a way to bring in money for your supplies and just to keep going. But I just have such a hard time with that. I really, really do. And I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there that have the Patreon accounts and they use them and it serves them well. But the flip side of me says, well, what if nobody wants to be a part of it? Then I'm going to feel bad. And I don't want to ask people for money. That's just kind of my biggest problem. I don't want to ask people for money for what I do. And so I'm really, really fighting with that because I just I don't know. So anyways, I've been thinking about it and considering it, but I'm just not there yet. But in the meantime, that means I gotta go back to work. So that's the deal. Okay, so I've got that trim on there, and I'm just gonna kind of go, it's got some fuzzies on it, so I'm just gonna kind of go around with my little lighter here and hit those fuzzies and just try to get them burned off. Without burning my flowers. So I'm going to ask the question, what do you all think? Do you think the Patreon thing, I don't know if any of you belong to Patreon groups, and if you do, what do they do? Because I know if I'm going to do that, I do have to offer certain things for those people who are supporting me that way. And so I'm interested to find out if any of you belong to any groups where you're doing that, and if so, what kinds of things do they do for you through their Patreon services, or do they do anything at all? I know you don't have to, but it seems to me like that's the right thing to do, and I'm not opposed to doing stuff for my subscribers. I love doing things for you guys. You guys are here for me, and I like to be there for you as well. So, but I'm just kind of curious. I don't know I don't know much about it. I don't know really even how it works. I know I do have to monetize my channel and all that good kind of stuff. And I've been kind of trying to work on doing that anyway, because I think I've got, I mean, I'm definitely not going to make much money at all by monetizing, trust me, a couple of dollars a month, because I don't have, you know, 1 million subscribers or 100,000 or, you know, so I do know that that will be a, I'm just cutting this piece of ribbon off this bow. I'm sorry, you guys. You see me doing this and you're probably going, what is she doing? I'm going to take that bow apart. So that's why I went ahead and did that. So I'm just making myself just a small bow because I want to put something up here at the top of these flowers to kind of set it off. And I think a bow is appropriate. And I just love this seam binding. You guys, if you haven't used seam binding to make, to curl and use them as ribbons on your projects, you need to try it. I really love it, and I love curling it. It's super easy to curl, and one of these days I'll just add that process to one of my videos. I don't have any that I need to curl right now, but I will add my process. It may not be the exact process that everyone else uses, but it's my process and it works. And so as long as it works for me, that's all I'm worried about. So there we go. We've got her all done up and pretty. And look at Sherry, my friend Sherry sent me these little lights. And all you do, let's see, did I already take the little plastic thing out of there? And look at, they have 3 settings. They've got twinkle, and they've got a slow twinkle, and my favorite, which is just leave the light on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this inside, but I do want to take it apart so that the lights kind of go around the entire piece. So I just have to untwist these though, and I want to make sure I do it right and don't mess it up. But Sherry sent me, she sent me these too, and she said, and I told her my store doesn't have these, and so she sent me these too, and she said she actually put another package together for me, and she's sent me like 10 more of them. So I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to do some more of these because you guys know me and nightlights. I do love making nightlights. And I think I'm just going to kind of spread this section apart. I'm going to open the tin or the box, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to wind these up a little bit. I think when I sell these though, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the lights kind of wound up. Now I know some of the lights that she's sending me are multicolored. So these are not, I love the clear lights. They're kind of my favorite. But the multicolored are pretty in these as well because they give it a really nice colorful glow. I'm going to go turn my light off so you guys can see this and see just how pretty it is. And then I'm going to make this other one too. So I'll be showing you both of them by the end of the video. But look at that. Maybe I need a little bit of light here. I don't know. It's so hard when these cameras don't give you the exact, because I'm looking at this and it's so colorful and so pretty, but when I'm looking at my camera, I can't see the colors in the image like I can myself. But you can see there, she's real pretty and she's glowing real nicely. Let me see if I turn this off, if it will be any better. But isn't that gorgeous? And imagine having this, and this one glows all the way around. So that's what I really, really loved about these boxes. I thought, oh my goodness, that actually glows, the not just the image, but the box itself. And I thought that is such a pretty look to put on the refrigerator. So I thought, the first thing I thought was I'm going to get busy, and I started putting stuff together so that I could make night lights out of these two that I have. So let me go turn my light back on, and we will get around to doing the second one. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the light off in here. And I'm just going to take those out since they're already all spread out, and turn it off, and we'll see how they look in this one. And this one I have already put down the image. I did it a little bit differently on this one. I just kind of cut it so that it would fit inside. So this one, you're not going to get the glow around here that you got on the other one. So I'm going to be able to see the difference between the two, and see which way I like it best. So these are just some of the things that I took out to embellish this with. And I also had out yesterday some really pretty trim, and I know I had it right here, and I bet I put it away somewhere, and I don't know where that is. Oh, darn it. That's a bummer. I don't think I put it in my flower box. I'm looking for something small that I can put on there that might add some interest to it under my flowers. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here, but that's just too big. Actually, the other thing that I was looking for is probably too big as well. So I guess that worked out okay. I also have I've got some of this gold stuff. I thought I'm doing another project that I'm going to use this on. That would be pretty too, but then it covers up her flowers. So I can only do so much around the edge of this because I don't want to ruin any part of it by putting too much of something else there. That's really pretty. I think I might cut a little piece of this off. This is also some trim that I got from my friend Gail. She sent me some very pretty appliques and trims and stuff, so I just love working with these, and so I was thrilled when I saw all the stuff that she sent me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and first I'm going to put this trim around the edge here. So I'm going to just use hot glue, trim the edge of that off, and just kind of burnish it a little bit, so that it doesn't unravel. And make sure when you're gluing stuff onto plastic surfaces or hard slick surfaces that you don't go too far with the glue, because it does set very quickly. The cold surface just makes it set too fast, and you don't want to do that because then it's not going to stick and you're going to have a big lump underneath your ribbon or whatever it is that you're gluing down. And these I'm just using hot glue on because, number one, I'm gluing fabric to it, and that usually works a little bit better. And this isn't something that, you know, people are going to be opening and closing constantly. So I thought the hot glue should serve me just fine on this piece. Cut that off. Get some glue right on the edge there.
This is that little bit.
Oh wow, that's nice. John 3:16. Oh, I love it.
Just practice.
Yeah, that's pretty. That, oh my gosh, it carves so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah. That's my hubby, you guys. He's showing me something that he just carved on his CNC machine, and it came out really nice. He carved John 3:16 on a piece of wood. He's testing out a new bit that he's got. So he wanted to show me what it looks like, and it looks beautiful. So on this one, I think, let me see, I'm debating. I've got this trim here that has just the little balls on the end of it, and I'm thinking that even that might lay down a little bit nicer right here, and then maybe I can do the rhinestone pearl stuff sort of in front of it or on top of the part of the trim that is just solid. So let's give it a shot. Because I do know if I get this on there and I decide I want to pull it off, I know I can do that fairly easily. But that's what this is all about. Maybe I'll have an epic fail, maybe I won't, hopefully not. But we're going to give it a shot. It is kind of hard to get this hot glue to come out in a very, very thin line, though. That's not easy. And I do have some ooze, but that's okay because on this plastic, if you have fingernails, if you just take your nail and sort of scrape it along that edge, especially before it gets really hard, it comes right off, and then later I can go back behind it and scrape the rest of it off. And I think I might even go with the pearls on this one too, because I think that would enhance this little trim here. And I'm going to put this on the trim itself. That seems to work a little bit better with less squeeze out. Okay, just a little ways to go here, and we'll be done with this part. Let me cut this off and glue this last piece down. There we go. my goodness, let me just wipe this little string of glue off of here. It's driving me crazy. And once you're done with something like this, you get it all taken care of and everything, you can take and wipe off any excess glue very, very easily. It scrapes off, and then you can take a little bit of alcohol on a cotton swab or a cotton ball and just go around it and wipe it clean, and it'll be perfect. It's a little bit hard to do stuff like this that's so intricate, and you're trying to do, you know, a really neat job to get all of that glue on there just perfectly. You're always going to have some little bit that squeezes out, but you learn with crafting for a while how you can fix those issues. Okay, so that's on there. Let me look at this. I want to see if I put this on. I'm just afraid it's going to look lumpy and bumpy, and that's not what I'm going for here. So let me grab some more of my little pearls here, and I'm going to go around this with my pearl trim. I'm just about ready to run out of glue in my hot glue gun. Yeah, I think the pearls are going to look really pretty with this, especially with the way that that trim has those little balls on it. I think it goes really nicely with it. So, good choice. And I'm just going a little bit at a time here so that I can get this on there as straight as possible. My hands are shaking just a little bit. And so it's making it a little difficult for me to do this straight. Two little strings here that are driving me crazy, so we got to cut those off. Okay. Before I get those little pearls on there and I can't cut around them. Okay, and where are we going to cut that? For now, I think I'm going to cut it right here, but I think I'm going to have to cut one more off. We'll look and see. I don't want to cut it too short. And then, I mean, I can always fix it. I can always just add one more to the mix, but I'd rather not have to do that. Yeah, I think we're going to cut this other one off. Didn't get the glue all the way to the end there. There we go. Okay. So now we've got our pearls on there, and it looks really, really pretty. I'm turning that other light off for now. So there we go with that. And I need to, let's see. Well, I'll worry about that in a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to add this piece of trim. I really, really like this trim, and I think it looks really pretty with her. It gives it that whole vintage thing, and it's not so big, whereas this rose, I mean, this would be pretty too with just this rose and a couple of my other roses, paper roses. I don't know, those might be nicer. I think they go a little bit more with her headband. So you know what, I'm going to go with my original choice. So let's just put, because I don't think that this trim goes with these roses, so I don't want to combine them. It just doesn't seem like a good match. There's my other stuff that I was looking for earlier. I might try and cut a little piece of that off. We'll see. And these are just some of my roses that I get from Kiki's sale, you guys. You have to get over there and join the group if you want to get in on some of these beautiful flowers and trims and things that I get. Because they really are very, very pretty and extremely reasonably priced. And the best part about Kiki's sale is that it's an awesome, awesome group of crafters that support each other and share their projects. They like to share things that they've made with the bits that they buy from Kiki's. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm just using a piece of fabric here to kind of wipe over this. Get these little glue scratches off of here. I'm still going to have to use some alcohol, but I'm just trying to get it for now to where I want it to be so that you don't see a whole bunch of scratches in it. Okay, that's good enough for now. Okay, so we've got those roses on there, and I think I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off. Just a very little bit, and see how this might look coming out from the top part of this. So I'm just cutting the big flower part out and a couple of the little tiny flowers that are on here. And then of course this trim has the little ribbon roses as well, so those look really pretty. I'm gonna cut the little ones off. I don't think those, I think they're just, it's too much. I need something, just something small to put at the top, at the side where the top part where her head is. And I think that will look really nice. I'm just going to put that little piece there. And that does, it looks really, really pretty on there. Put it right there. And she looks amazing. And I'm just trying to kind of get everything straight, but I really, really like the way this one turned out. Isn't she gorgeous? And then I'll take my little lights and we'll have a look-see and see what she looks like all lit up. Just put that in there. And 1, 2, 3. And you could also use these as little storage containers too. You can put stuff in them, keys or something on the refrigerator that you want to hide away, or money or something like that that you want to hide away and keep it in a what feels like a little more safe place. But that is very, very pretty. Look at her. Oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. This is one of my favorite images. I love using this image. I've been using her for years. And now that I have my printer back, I can use some of the printed ones that I've had that I bought a long, long, long time ago. And isn't that pretty? I just love it. So these are refrigerator night lights, and I'll even put, let's see, I have the other light here. What did I do with it? Right here. I'll take out the little safety thing. And this one I'm just going to set in there just like that. But now we've got them both done, and they both look beautiful. Let me move this light over because it's bulkier, so it's kind of right up in her face. We don't want that. Okay, there we go. So that's both of these little refrigerator night lights, and look how gorgeous these are, you guys. These would make really super nice gifts for maybe somebody for like a housewarming, or you know, just a birthday gift, you name it. And it doesn't look cheap at all. It looks like, you know, it gives the feel of a nice high-end gift for somebody, and everybody loves night lights. I know I do. It's kind of one of my things. But you just pop it on the refrigerator if you're having company over or whatever. Pop it on the refrigerator and everybody's going to talk about it. So anyway, that's my night lights. I think I will be making some more of these using some different images and stuff, and maybe some different trims and things like that. But I just thought that this would be really, really pretty and something fun to do and fun to show you guys. That actually looks kind of pretty with the little bow at the bottom. But then again, it just gives more of that shabby chic look without it. So I'm going to leave it alone. So there's our night lights, you guys. I hope you liked this video. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below. And hit the notification bell and set your settings so that you'll get notified when I do future videos. And place a comment down below. You guys know that helps me in the algorithms. It helps me get in front of more YouTube viewers, and I'm really, really trying hard to grow my channel. Growing my channel also grows my Etsy shop. It helps me there as well. Because with Etsy, you know, you really have to bring your own customers in. They don't do the work for you. I think people think that it's a whole lot easier than it is. It's not. You have to bring your own customers, and I'm working very hard at trying to do that, and you guys have definitely been so supportive, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you all have a very, very blessed day, and take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.